All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Wakakodash. Double honor to the apostle of great millstone that teach us the truth. Much love and appreciation to all the Akim elders preaching the truth and sincerity out there. Shalom to the hopefully elect. The title of this lesson is that the heathens hope that the Lord is unfair. The heathens hope that the Lord is unfair. Indeed, they do hope that indeed, because there is so much wickedness that they've done that they don't want to pay for the consequences of the actions. The only thing that they say, they always go for peace and safety, or everything's gonna be all right, or we're just looking for peace, we just want the best for everybody and everything. We know it's not true. And with all the situation that's happening out there, we know that when they're gonna say peace and safety, sudden destruction is coming. 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 3. For when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. See, this is what's gonna happen, because it's an evil time that's coming. It's not gonna be peacetime. There's a time for everything. There's a time for love. There's a time for hate. There's a time for peace, and there's a time for war. We're in the time of war, and we're in the time of hate. All those nations, why they just building up, their arsenal? Why they building all their war machines, their missiles and stuff? It's not because they love each other. It's because there's a trend of hatred among the nations right now, and the Lord is brewing all of that together. The Lord doing that behind the scene. They don't know it. They just think that they're just gonna go for victory, right? They're gonna go for victory. Even all those all those lessons and everything, the preaching, the street preaching and everything, it will stop. It will stop, because that's the time we're gonna go into, that the prudent is gonna keep silence in those days. Amos 3 verse 13. Therefore the prudent shall keep silent in that time, for it is an evil time. It is an evil time that's coming. Right? Let's look that little short video and then see what it says.
Never take anything for granted. God will take it from you.
Is God bad?
God is fair. Never take anything for granted.
Didn't they take the whole nation of Israel for granted? Cheap labor, go and invade their countries, doing coup d'etat in their countries, right? Destroying their countries, destroying their people. That's what they did to the nation of Israel. Then they did that among a whole bunch of other nations also, but the Lord don't really care that much with the other nations. But he really cares about the nation of Israel, what they have done to his people, right? That's what concerns him the most. What they have done to his people, right? So let's go to Proverbs 11 verse 4 and 6. Well, let's just finish with this video. So see what he said, never take anything for granted. They took granted the children of Israel. They took granted their labor. They took granted. They put them in slavery. Even there's a Bob Marley song that's saying that they took us for granted for way too long. Right? It has to change, and we know that the Lord is gonna come and change that. Yahushua, our Lord, our Savior, is gonna come to change that. He's not gonna come back as a man. And you can't talk your way out of this. You cannot say, "Oh, it was my forefathers." No, it doesn't matter, because you are your forefathers coming back, and you're still benefiting from the slaughter that your forefathers did. So you're still guilty. Proverbs 11 verse 4 to 6. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death. So we want to keep righteous, right? We want to keep our righteousness on us. We want to, be righteous at all, aspect of our life. We want to be faithful to be able to be delivered from death. It's not enough just being an Israelite. It doesn't work this way, because that's why there's going to be a whole bunch of 2/3 that's going to be destroyed. The whole 2/3 is going to be destroyed, right? The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. See, the wicked shall fall with his own wickedness, because only righteousness can deliver you from death. Wickedness, the wage of sin is what is death, right? So wickedness will put you in that pit, and you shall fall in it. They shall die by their own wickedness. This is the sword, famine, pestilence. All of this was created for the wicked, not for the righteous. 6. The righteousness of the upright shall deliver them, but transgressors shall be taken in their own naughtiness. See, all those people that like, all the craftiness of the wicked, doing all sorts of wickedness, going on social media, revealing themselves, showing all sorts of stuff that they shouldn't. Well, the Lord don't have no pleasure in them, and especially all those women, showing, revealing themselves, saying stuff, a whole bunch of stuff like they don't need a man. Yeah, that day you will need a man. You will beg to have a man. But many times there won't be no man for you. And you shall be spoiled and ravaged and put to death. Right? The Lord's gonna bring plagues upon all the world. So be ready. Have the right recipe for whatever result that you want to get, right? If you want to get a result of deliverance, you have to have the recipe of righteousness. You have to have the armor. You have to have faith, right? The right armor, the faith. You have to have especially faith, right? Because the Lord don't want nobody without the faith, right? Faith and work is death. Faith without work is death. Is dead. Thus comes death through it. And work without faith also is dead. Right? 2 Ezra 15 verse 5. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. This is what's coming. And also there's many brothers, especially the brother Amawanabat and So many other brothers that done videos on that deluge of so many migrants coming to America. So many migrants, coming to America, and it looks so much like it's just men. It's just men, military age men coming. No woman, no, and also apparently um there's a lot of how you call that, prisoners, gang members, prisoners coming over, like to the border, and eventually they will come in and all that stuff, and it's all planned out, all of this, it's done by design. So you think those criminals that used to be in gangs and stuff, you think they're gonna have pity for the people? The officers shall have pity on on their own people, right? The American officers, they're gonna have pity on their own people, but the criminals, they won't have no pity on them. And this will be part of the judgment of the Lord, right? Revelation 18. Let's start with 6. Reward her as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. Right? Reward her double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she had filled, fill it to her double. See, like, what cup did Babylon, all those nations, gave unto the children of Israel? Right? Death, famine, and all of this, right? Persecution, killing, hanging, all that stuff. Well, the Lord is fair. The Lord is fair. Remember that. I think there's some high ups, a president or something. I'm not too. I tried to look it up and I couldn't find it. He says, if God is fair, we are in trouble. Somebody said that. If God is fair, we are in trouble. I tried to look it up. I couldn't find it, unfortunately. Right? So it is what it is. Yes, God is fair. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai is fair. Right? How much she had glorified herself. Give me a second. Right? How much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she said in her heart, I see the queen, and I'm no widow, and shall see no sorrow. That's their mentality. And this is the mentality of much Edomites, right? So many Edomites. And so many other nations also, like you have the China is ramping up. You already have that Ukraine war going on, and so many other wars going on all over the world. And also you have Russia that's ramping up also, getting ready for the battle and stuff. And they're but that World War III is just brewing, like, at a exponential rate. It doesn't look like there's any breaks onto that war coming up. It's just gonna get worse, from bad to worse, right? But they think that they shall see no sorrow. They think that they're all gonna come out victorious and they're gonna be the next one to rule. No. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai has set a decree and said that Yahweh Shai will be the king, right? The King of Kings, and he shall rule, because There's that new kingdom is gonna be Yahushai's kingdom, and also the Israelites' kingdom, right, under Yahushai and King David, right? Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly be burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord who judges her, right? The Lord is the one who set the decree to judge Babylon, because all their fornications, all their sins have reached unto heaven. And the time of judgment, they have done all much more than they even had to do. And so many cases, it's so many aspects in our life is just wickedness flourishing. It's acceptable. They create a system to encourage people to do wickedness. Wherever they go, wickedness multiplies. 9. And the kings of the earth, who had committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Yeah, we know that all these nations going to be burning with fire. But we know that Babylon shall be utterly burnt, destroyed. But we know that fire is going to be all over the world. Because the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yashai, is judging the whole earth. 10. Stand then afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour thy judgment cometh. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buy their merchandise anymore. See, because Babylon is the biggest consumer in this world. They don't produce. They used to produce many things. Now they don't produce. They barely produce anything. They buy everything from everywhere in the world, everywhere else. See? And that's why all those merchants they won't know what to do with their merchandise, because nobody is gonna buy them merchandise anymore. And anyways, and the case, the chaotic the chaos that's gonna be all over the world. How would they be able to buy any merchandise anyways, right? But still, seeing like your biggest customer fall like this, you'll be like, because remember they got rich because of Babylon, right? So now they won't be able to profit that much anymore, right? But all of this we're talking, a lot of people seeing it, hearing it, seeing the studies, hearing the studies of the prophets, the apostles, the elders, and they just wonder, is it ever gonna happen? Is it gonna happen or not? Or those guys are just fear mongers. That's what they think, fear mongers. But one day they shall see, because a lot of people, they have to see so they can believe. They shall see, but it will be too late, and then they shall know that the prophet have been among them. Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when it cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that the prophet have been among them. And we know, we have full faith that all these things gonna come to pass. Not one of them prophecies shall fail. Not one of them shall fail. We know that it's gonna come to pass, right? They took the Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's people for granted, and they even took their whole conditions, you know, their heavenly condition for granted, because they think that they shall see the queen and they shall see no sorrow. But the Lord had said something different, that their judgment shall come in 1 hour, and Babylon shall be destroyed. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Wakakodash. Double honor to the Apostle of Great Millstone that teaches us the truth. Much love and appreciation to all the Akim, the elders, preaching the truth and sincerity out there. Shalom to the hopefully elect. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is fair. Abad Babal. Kwam Yasharala.